Hello, and welcome to another Mystic Frequency Tarot reading. In this reading, we're going to talk about what you should shout to your December moon. We'll talk about what you will need to release or shout, and it'll be coming from something of your past. We'll look at what you will open from the future. We'll look at what will echo presently. Then we'll look at word scramble, spelling out what can't be said. And then we're going to charm your aura and make you very charmed. And we will allow ourselves to use crystal icebreakers, which will be the crystals that call you to certain piles. And you may be called to multiple piles. I seen whenever I was channeling this reading and writing down information, there were similar themes between each of them, so you may be called to look into each, or a couple, or just the one if that's what you prefer and that was the only thing that you were called to. This December moon is very special. Not only is it early for this month of December, but you are getting a peek at January's moon coming into this month. So it's bringing a version of yourself, and this version is tapping you on the shoulder because you need to pay attention. What you are carrying into the next year, you need to get ready for it right now. And this moon specifically likes to work with people who chose integrity over ego. The ones who had to work through the dark, who had to work harder than others, the people who were kind, consistent, the quiet individuals, even when others weren't that way with them. So we need to pay attention because this is allowing our intuition, our clarity, and our potential spiritual awakenings to open up. This moon sees you and sees the strengths that other people could not see. And even though you may feel as if you haven't been able to feel the currency, the expected outcomes, you've done all this work this year, this moon is giving this spiritual currency, and it's very powerful. And even if you were not able to see the moon last night, I wasn't able to. It was very cloudy. But even during the day, where is the moon? The moon is still present, even when we can't see it. And we still have the next 2 days to take advantage and discover what gift, what things that are echoing, and how we can harness this opportunity for our benefits into the next year. And I want to thank an individual who commented in one of my videos. They received the information they needed, but the reading was a lot too long and spacey. And so I've decided to redo with new readings on the past videos that I have done now that I'm a lot more knowledgeable and I have gained a lot more wisdom on how to create content. And each pile, there will be a debriefing. So if you're a very busy individual, but you just want a quick insight, at the end of the pile, I will do a quick debriefer, and that'll be in that timestamp below that reading pile. I appreciate comments, especially when they are constructive and it's just good feedback that I can benefit from. So thank you so much. I wish I would have wrote your name down for your user so that way I could give you a direct thank you. But other than that, let's go ahead and do some benevolent intentions because those are always important. Let me get my notebook. Benevolent spirit guides, ancestors, divine creator, and the highest good versions of ourselves we can become. Please help guide messages that are meant to be received and to help those to take only what resonates with them currently. Help others find their stars so they may be in alignment with their purpose and pursuit of happiness, and navigate the spiritual and physical world. Help others find the spark that will bring in more abundance and prosperity. Thank you for your unlimited energy and resources that will help us today. Love and much appreciated from your teachers and students. So let's go ahead and do 3 good deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Breathe out. And remember, this is what you should be shouting to your moon. And you may have more that you wish to shout to the moon because it will be reflected back and it will be amplified. So if you are ready to go ahead and select your piles in the description where the timestamps are, you are more than welcome to jump ahead. And we're going to make sure we get into pile 1. Hi, pile 1. Thank you so much for choosing your pile. And if you came from another pile, welcome again. So let's go ahead and look at your icebreaker for this pile for your December moon and what you should be shouting. Your pile got 3 crystal icebreakers. So there's something very significant that you may need to break, let go, or even just to allow yourself to be able to bring in more energy. So for this one, we have Wolfenite, Journey, Past Life, Soul Contracts. The journey has only just begun. Wolfenite can travel through your past, present, and future and opens up communication with the spirit world. It also aids in past life recognition, helping you to see soul contracts that you've made in this lifetime, facilitating the karmic reunion and completing a cycle once the lesson has been learned. Wolfenite is a powerful past life healing stone, resolving any issues that need to be faced and regaining magic lost in past lives to be used here and now. And what is wonderful about this moon, if you are someone that is highly evolved in your intuition and you recognize cycles and patterns, you openly jump ready and willing to open the door so that way you can begin something new. And that is a wonderful skill to even have. The next crystal, snakeskin agate, strength, privacy, self-love. Being comfortable in your own skin takes time, and snakeskin agate helps boost self-esteem and self-awareness, so you can do just that. Snakeskin agate gives you the confidence to step outside your comfort zone and explore new aspects of yourself, all within your discretion. Snakeskin agate can blend in with the crowd. So if you don't want to be seen and wish to carry on with your activities in peace, this is the stone for you. Snakeskin agate is able to facilitate a Kundalini rising and encourages full embodiment of self. Now, Kundalini risings. Think of where your spine is at the base, and imagine that there's this snake coiled within your spine. And each chakra level or each basic need of your chakra is aligned. You allow this Kundalini rising snake to be able to move up and allow you to obtain more than you thought you could obtain. And Kundalini risings is an opportunity to find a teacher who is knowledgeable in this, someone that you trust. And if you like to do hypnotic states or hypnosis, be with an actual teacher that understands this so you do not pick up and carry something you don't mean to carry into the next year. Golden anhydro Herkimer. Sunshine, vitality, joy. Containing floating gold liquid, gold in Herkimer, if I can speak, is named after the oil suspended within the crystal. Rare and possessing wisdom from the Himalayas, where it is found, this stone stimulates the third eye and enhances intuition and connection to the universe. Golden in Herkimer promotes gender fluidity and acceptance, assisting in transitions and connecting with one's gender or healing wounds. Strongly tied to the solar plexus, golden in Herkimer can clear out emotional baggage from many lifetimes, live out, and very proud. So any role that you thought you couldn't do because you were a certain age, a certain gender, you recognize that those are self-limitations that you may have put on yourself. How many women do you see now in roles that before, like in the 1900s, the early 1900s, they weren't allowed to do? We now have women in factories, women who are taking political roles, women who are construction workers, who are builders, who are business leaders. And this also goes for our men. Our men are now taking on more nurturing roles. They are cooking, they are supporting their family, they may be stay-at-home dads. These are roles that are being switched, and they're breaking the gender biases that we may hold on them. And this is something that you have recognized. And you are effectively leading this type of movement within you and breaking the norm. And I love that. So now that we broke the ice, let's go ahead and look at what you will be releasing from your past. And here it is saying biblical. And now this does not mean a specific faith. That's not what this is saying. You don't need to be a specific faith and let go your faith. That is not this card's words. This is actions or beliefs that do not reflect your faith. It's what isn't a way of life that benefits you and your loved ones and those around you. It's what doesn't spiritually fulfill you. It's what isn't sacred to your alignment. So if you have been wanting to explore your faith or explore other faiths by dropping the limitations on what was previously told to you, because what all you see is not what all seems, what you know is not what all is known. So exploring your spirituality and being open to allowing the divine guidance to come in through this moon will be amplified. The present that you will be opening when you allow yourself to release what it is that you want to receive, you have the Empress, and she is gorgeous. Very gorgeous in this picture. Look at the vitality, the leaves around her, the floral that is growing. And you can see that she is also growing something within her. This is the planet Venus. This is what this card planet is pulling from. The star signs, you don't have to be these. Taurus and Libra, these are air and earth signs. The month that this card, operates around is May and October. So there may be something down the road in May or October, and the moon is tapping you on the shoulder to be prepared for what may come for those months. The modality of this card is fixed in cardinal, and the number that it harnesses is 3. This card, with it being upright, it's all about love, family, creativity, nature, procreation, legacies, the passion to create something from a place of great love and a desire to leave something behind you. What legacy do you want to leave behind you? It is who and what you love most in life. It is finding the time, the energy, and the resources that supports yourself and others. It's allowing those happy, nurturing memories to come through. It's connecting to all who support your views and you supporting theirs. And the impact that you make needs to be taken serious. You need to understand your self-growth because others are watching you and watching how you are growing as an individual. And that impact is causing others to do the same. Other people are growing because they are watching you. They are learning something from you. They see where you are going for sustenance. They see you have this unlimited library of knowledge because you are an avid learner and you understand the importance of growing that knowledge within you. And this is a wonderful gift to be opening because you may want to be creating more. And by putting that out there, you are spiritually allowing yourself to create more within you. And you may also be at a point in your life where you are wanting more opportunities, new beginnings, new things to put themselves on your doorstep. And when you open the door and you see this gift, take the blessing. Allow yourself to be more grounded and present, to be more nurturing, to help others how to fill their own cups up, so that way they may not be using their reserves for themselves or giving others their own cups. It lets you know when you can't take care of yourself, you are able to let others know, I need a little bit more help. And this card effectively moves those away from you when you allow yourself to develop these healthy boundaries around you, because these are healthy boundaries that you can push apart and step out when you are healthy and ready and in a good mental state. And that is a wonderful gift that the moon is allowing you to open. So what is going to echo back? So this moon allows you to take your inner child with you, not the wounded one, not the one that is scared, but allowing the happy and the joy and the curious aspect of your inner child to walk with you and be whole, because we need our past to come with us and it needs to feel whole. So your inner child is saying, I feel wanted. You are wanted. The fear of abandonment can be a driving force in our lives. If we felt unwanted as a child, we can continue these patterns into adulthood through compulsively seeking out or rejecting the attention of others. Taking time to journal about what abandonment and rejection mean to you. How can you show your inner child today that they are wanted? And if you're releasing any kind of negative spiritual beliefs that you may have heard as a child, there are some faiths that say a child needs to be baptized in order to be all their sins to be taken away from them, because they enter in this world full of sin. And maybe that's not a faith that you want to bring because you see this child who is innocent, who is pure. That was who you were. You were this pure, innocent, good child. And by seeing that that type of belief can limit and hinder your growth, you can raise your child with a spiritual system, a belief system that is more loving and more caring. And you are being encouraged to start journaling what it is that you wish to be growing. What ideas, what belief systems do you want to share with your children? What do you want to open up to them about? And allowing yourself to feel wanted in the now, and the child that you may have left behind no longer wants to be abandoned. Because you see all the good things from your past. You see all the things you created, the things that inspired you, that brought you joy. So reach back, pull your child forward, allow yourself to be whole within, and move forward. The other thing that will echo back, and I used an animal for this, fox, clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources are around you. Be open to romance. When you use the resources you need that are around you and are ready, by grounding yourself, by nurturing yourself, by showing yourself more love and being present and not abandoning aspects of yourself, you become more magnetic and you are bringing in more love from outside that you never thought was possible. And this moon, if you have not found a partner, this moon, by dropping any baggage, by throwing it at the moon so it may throw it elsewhere and amplify what it is that you wish to obtain, you have the ability to take a relationship now, a relationship that allows you to keep in this Empress energy, and it will last. And because you have these libraries, these hidden pieces of knowledge, it makes you more smarter than the normal folk that are around you. You may be really good at giving advice, and that attracts people to you. You're able to find a solution even when it feels like there's no solutions around you. And you are wanted. So before we jump into your charms and your Scrabble, go ahead and digest this as I get the charms out, but I'll go ahead and pause. That way it seems seamless. Hopefully that transitioned all right with all the charms in the Scrabble. So what is needing to be spelled out that you can't say? Be a frog and play. And when I heard that, that made me think of Princess and the Frog. Create the life you dream and play while doing so with others. Work and have fun. Don't be overly serious. Frogs know when to swim and nurture their skins. They know when to leap to action too. And by being more clear about your needs, being clear about what it is you are wanting to bring into this new year, you are able to accomplish your dreams. In the Disney movie Princess and the Frog, you remember, if you haven't seen it, there is a woman who works day and night for this dream of owning this factory so she may have her own cooking, her own diner, her own, what's the word I'm thinking of? Her own restaurant. And so she was working night and day. She had multiple jobs. And if you know anything about having to work multiple jobs, if you don't pay attention to your needs, you could cause a burnout. You could end up in the hospital. And if you have a little one or you're growing and you have a family, allow yourself to take time away so you can nurture yourself and return. Otherwise, you're going to be grumpy. You're going to be a grumpy frog. And she eventually, in the movie, she comes across this carefree, charismatic individual, someone who sings and dances, and that's not her vibe. She doesn't see the worth in that. And this individual learns something from her, and this could be that partner coming in who learns, maybe I do need to be a little bit more serious. Maybe I need to have a backbone, like this partner, this potential relationship I'm seeing. And by allowing yourself to give a piece of what is on your plate to someone else around you, you are able to see these beautiful wings. You are able to do more, create more, learn more. And think of Peter Pan. Peter Pan has a little bit of fairy dust. And this is a little bit of fairy dust being poured on you during this moon. So that way you may be able to soar and fly and be free and not feel abandoned. You're able to move from any baggage that may be in the past by lightening the load and letting someone else pick up for you, by expressing those needs. This is a 20-sided dice, and it was on 17, which reduces to 8. This is something that you want to master. This is something that you are willing to put in the time and the energy and find any of the resources to make you a smarter individual. Working smart rather than having to work so hard. The rainbow heart, because it reminds me of chakras, and rainbows, are they're symbolic of like forgiveness and having that promise to forgive yourself when you cannot be 100%. And it's protecting you from others who come in and pull from your reserves and then try to pull from your own cup. It protects you from them by setting healthy boundaries, so that way you may fly wherever you need to fly in order to receive I'm hearing a good cry, where you're able to cry in peace and release what isn't yours, especially if you're around children and you just need a moment to yourself to release. And this moon is really good about allowing you to release what isn't yours to hold anymore. And it's protecting you from those who can't understand that. It's any message, any text, any social media that you may be seeing that says you need to be a certain gender-based role. It's releasing that negativity and allowing you to do what you think is right for yourself and those around you. And then this rose allows you to present yourself authentically and allow others to come up to you and still approach you, but also having these thorns to warn them should they try to pull from you in a way that kills you physically, mentally, emotionally. They will get pricked. And this is another indicator that the evil eye is coming through to protect you. It's sending it back to the sender. And then here you see just one wing. By protecting yourself, you end up with more wings. And this also makes me think, because I placed it on your inner child, you are able to let your inner child come with you when you need to go and release, when you need to journal and ground yourself. This is allowing you to take them with you. So let me go ahead and kind of debrief for the timestampers who wish to be getting a really quick message. So this moon, you are going to release any kind of spiritual belief, any kind of beliefs that made you feel abandoned. So you will be able to bring your inner child with you so they feel whole. And you allow yourself to be able to play more and allow others to come in and take a load off of your plate. So that way you can release and go where you need to gain sustenance and be more effective at creating and bringing new things into this world. You allow yourself to develop a skin that can carry you into this future you and be able to either present yourself effectively and warn others to not take advantage of you. And you are taking advantage of all the knowledge that is around you and you're mastering it. You are allowing yourself to do the work that you need to do to grow within. So more relationships, more friendships, more potential partners feel a magnetic pull to you because they feel this nurturing side that they may have not seen before, but they see now. And if the debriefing wasn't clear and you want to pick up on everything that was talked about in more depth, you are more than welcome to go back to the pile, especially if it resonated with you. Thank you so much, Pile 1. If you would like to go and pick another pile, or if you really, really liked this and would like to see more content like this, share if you know someone that could take these type of messages and would benefit from them. And always comment if there's any way I could improve the channel, add more books to my library, really anything. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and get over into pile 2. Thank you, pile 1. Hi, pile 2. If you came from another pile, welcome again. If this is your first pile you're choosing and you feel called to other piles after this, you are more than welcome to go to the timestamps after this one is over. But let's go ahead and look at the icebreaker for the December moon that you're going to be shouting at. So we have blue obsidian, expansive, divination, astral travel. Cool to the core, blue obsidian is created from a natural volcanic glass that has the ability to expand one's natural talents. Astral travel and envisioning dreams are protected and safe when using this crystal. A powerful divination stone, blue obsidian enhances psychic abilities and uncovers natural talents for the unknown. It clears away mental clutter and makes way for clear channeling of intuitive messages, allowing you to focus on one message at a time. A natural healer, blue obsidian promotes circulation to your body and opens the aura to receive. So this icebreaker is allowing you to not be overloaded with a lot of information. If you are a very intuitive individual, sometimes you pick up on numbers, you see colors and know what they represent. You hear someone say something that you thought only to yourself, but it gets repeated in these individuals around you. And it's a specific message only to you that you know of. And Your future you in the next coming year is tapping you on the shoulder and wanting you to pay attention to a specific message that you hear calling within you. But before we can really shout to the moon, we need to think about what we need to release. What do we need to release in order to take a new version of ourselves? So that way we may close one door behind us and enter into the next door, the new cycle, the new transformations that we wish to see within ourselves. So for here, we have baby. And if you felt called to pile 1, I encourage you to go to pile 1. There were a lot of energies that were swimming together in the collective, and I feel you may take some information from pile 1 as well. So this is a baby, and this doesn't mean you're going to be releasing a baby. You're not throwing a baby at the moon. This is self-limiting potential. Anything that didn't allow you to really grow and harness all sorts of opportunities that were before you. This is age restrictions. So think of a task that you would give a child that an adult should be doing, but the child is doing it instead. So this is releasing any kind of inner child wounds that may have occurred in infancy or toddler or just being a child. I'm thinking anyone 6 to 9 is what I'm imagining. Imagine trying to have a 3-year-old change a load of laundry out. They're not going to be able to reach in and grab all the socks and all the clothes. They may be able to help. And if you do want to teach children how to be more responsible by being a teacher and showing them how to do it, and only when they reach a certain age, allowing them to see if they can do the task themselves without help. So age restrictions, any limiting, or another message is if you think you're too old to do something. But you have vitality and youth within you. You can learn a new skill. If you wanted to pick up an instrument, doesn't matter how old you are, you can do it. If you wanted to learn a new language, not only does that benefit your mind, and there have been studies done by doctors and tests that have seen that people who pick up a skill, pick up a new language, it helps with Alzheimer's disease, potentially by allowing your mind to be very neuroplasticity, if that makes sense. Allowing your mind to be a sponge, soaking in information, not letting yourself dry up, if that makes sense. This is allowing you to clear that block and be open to trying something new. And if you have any blocks around being vulnerable, because infants need a lot of support, they need a lot of nurturing love, they need to be able to see and trust those around them to meet their basic needs. And if you have been limited by expressing the needs that you actually have, like having a secure home, having food on the table, meeting all your needs, your food, everything that is a need that needs to be met, this is breaking those blocks you have around being vulnerable, even if you are an adult, and opening up and saying, right now, I just don't have the energy to do what is necessary. I know, and don't say this, I look like a child that can't do things for myself. Everyone has weak moments in their life. People get sick. People can't be at their best. Situations, obstacles around them that were unavoidable happen. A death of a loved one, having surgeries, having these financial setbacks. Sometimes you just need to allow yourself to admit that you're in a vulnerable state so others can come in and assist you. Don't be scared to ask for help. Don't be scared to accept emotional support as well. Allow someone to hold you and hug you. This can also talk about codependent chains. If you are someone that is constantly depending on someone, and you recognize this, mind you, you recognize these codependent chains where when things get bad, you fall back on an individual, you fall back in a routine. This is breaking that codependency chain as well. It's seeing the difference between healthy dependency, unhealthy dependency, healthy codependency when you can't help yourself, and the unhealthy sides of codependency where you're depending on everyone to supply and support you with everything. And this is also talking about promises that you didn't keep, that you beat yourself up about. I promised I would do this. I promised. And you beat yourself up. I promised I would get this. I promised I would do this for them. This is saying let go of those promises, because good people who are meant to be around your energy field understand when you get sick, you can't show up. When you have things that are immediately more important to you, such as if you did have a little one at home that you needed to take care of, before you may have been able to go out with friends, hang out with friends, stay the night over, and now you have something that is a priority that you need to take care of. And I'm also hearing letting go of those individuals who get upset because you put a life before you. If they can't come over to your house and be around your children, that's your first sign. You shouldn't have to have your children act a certain way, especially if it's something they can't control. They can't control when they cry. They can't control when they have tantrums. They can't control when they need their diapers changed. And this friend, this family member, whoever makes you feel bad for being a parent to this infant or a parent to yourself, release that energy and send it somewhere else. Shout that to the moon. I release anybody that is not there for my highest good. So when you release this, what will you be opening? What will you be receiving at your doorstep? And we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, and I'll turn it around so that way you can see. This is for our element water. It doesn't have a fixed planet. It revolves around the astrological symbols for Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. You do not have to have these energies for this reading to resonate with you. The month that you may be needing to pay a lot more attention to, that is coming and unfolding before you, is March, July, and November for the next year. Pay very close attention to those months, because this may be your sign. During those months, you will need a little bit more extra assistance, a little bit more love that you give yourself. It's the number 1. So beginnings, possibilities, and we have the infant here who is a new beginning, a new possibility, this infinite potential that I can become anything I want to be. And you still can become anything you want to be. Anything you dreamed about doing, you can still do that now. Age is not a restriction. Your mind is what's limiting you from seeing those possibilities. This card is about loving yourself, loving others when they are weak too, loving your friends, being open to creative projects, and being okay when you start something new, if it does not go how you expected it to go, don't beat yourself up for it. That's the process. And it can be beautiful. Always have how I started and where I came from. And when you see where you have started, you feel really good about what you've accomplished. And this moon wants you to acknowledge your accomplishments. It wants you to acknowledge the impacts you make on the relationships around you. And turning inward to find what fulfills your cup and not let anyone drink from what isn't a side reserve, what isn't a cup over here. Oftentimes you hear, when I'm at my 100%, then that's when I work my best. No, 200% is what you need. 200%. The extra 100% is for someone else that you are giving your time and energy, your creative projects, your hobbies. The 100%, if you let the 200 start to dip to the point where your 100% cup that is before you is starting to leak out or pour out, you will drain yourself and you will not be able to effectively take this new version of you that you are wanting to take within you and create something better, a better version of yourself. Returning to what helps you create, regardless of how old you are. You may feel like picking up a coloring book, sitting at a table with children who are coloring, or if they're in the floor and they're finger painting, getting in the floor and finger painting with them and just allowing your mind to relax, to breathe, and to unfold with the infinite possibilities. No matter how well you finger paint, it's always going to be looking messy, and that's the beautiful thing about it. Messy things can be beautiful. You may feel more called to take artwork and put it on your fridge, all around you. You want these imperfect, creative projects to be displayed. So it gives you that, aha, I used to be like that. And it shows those around you that it's okay as well. I may not be able to draw a rabbit, but now I can because I started with the basic shapes. It's all about the basic shapes that create the deeper meaning behind the image that will eventually get there. And this is the moon saying, take the basic of what it is you know and grow and build upon it. Be a self-starter and birth new ideas. Don't be codependent and allow others to give you their ideas of how you should be creating, how you should be living, how you should be emotionally fulfilled, how you should be emotionally happy. Don't allow others to tell you how you should feel. You know your feelings, and that is important to acknowledge. You have a right to feel the way you do. Find passion with those, whether it may be your partner, and find love for them even when a dry spell hits. So this is talking about if you are in a relationship, it's about going inward when your partner, you've been together for a certain amount of time and maybe you lost that vitality, that vibrant energy, the rose-colored glasses, and you see all sorts of different aspects of them. And it's loving them and pulling what brought you together and building upon it. Because what brings you together in a relationship is not what is going to sustain the relationship. It takes growth. It takes learning new things about each other. And it takes the ability to understand one another and be okay when things don't always go according to plan. And having emotional promises. Back to the promises from this card. Have it already made before you speak out that you're going to be giving an emotional promise. Already have it in front of you. Because if you are not emotionally well, maybe you're a new mom, a new parent, or you just have a lot more energy around you that is taking from you, allow yourself to heal those blocks, heal whatever obstacle is preventing you from being very content and happy with yourself before you can promise to go hang out with your friends or other loved ones. If someone says, hey, you want to go pick up a coffee, but you're not in a good state of mind, let them know, hey, I kind of just want to stay at home for a bit and relax. And like I said, those good friends will understand that. Well, if you don't want to leave your home because you don't want to get ready, I could always just stop by and bring you a coffee and then leave. Whatever makes you happy. It's those people that are going to fill your cup too. And this friend or whoever this individual is comes over and sees, hey, you want me to take the kids off your hands for a little bit? Let them come over to my house or take them to the park? Or, hey, I have a lot of energy and have been wanting to organize and clean things, but my house is already organized and clean. Can I take this opportunity to give that to you? It's that kind of energy that kind of shows up at your door unexpected. So what is going to be echoing back from opening this gift, from releasing what you need to release from, I just had a marker fall, exponential echoes, things that are just going to keep echoing over and over again. So let's look at the inner child. This moon will allow you to bring not the wounded, not just the abandoned, the whatever grief that may have been set in your early years. It's taking that wonder, that creative wonder, this ability to learn and grow and just be emotionally happy and fulfilled, and taking them with you into the next year as a whole individual within you. Gratitude brings abundance. The act of gratefulness is a door that leads into abundance of spirit and heart, allowing us to more deeply enjoy this life that we live. Set aside time today to remember all that you have to be thankful for. Invite your feelings of gratitude to overflow every part of your being with their dazzling warmth and light. Be thankful for the people that are around you. Be thankful for your ability to recognize your worth and what makes you happy. Be thankful and grateful for the little things that you may have not thought of, like being able to wash your clothes, being able to dry your clothes, being able to have some kind of central heat and air, having a vehicle, having shoes, having anything that we may take for granted, and being more thankful. And that will help you ground yourself and make you more present and more fulfilled too. Be thankful for the artwork. Be thankful for the little moments, because those little moments eventually add up and make you feel even more whole. Be thankful for all the skills that you may have had to pick up as a child that weren't yours to hold. Be thankful that you have those skills now and you have the wisdom and the knowledge of what is the right project for this age group. Maybe you are a teacher and you see the benefit of making sure that everything is equal to those that have certain skill sets, and being thankful for them to show that and allow you to learn and help them learn too. The other echo, squirrels. always prepared. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future, and life will give you all you need. Let this be a sign to start planning and releasing that to the moon so it amplifies where you may have said, okay, this is what I would like to see, this is where I would like to grow, this is what I need to release, and you find you dropped even way more than you thought off your shoulders. And you allowed assistance to come in from all sorts of, through counselors, through teachers, through people at work, other children around you. They just make you feel more full, more fulfilled. And you may love squirrels, but you love being prepared. And if you've lost that aspect of yourself, you allowed things to get kind of messy and disorganized, have that friend, have that version of you come in and start organizing little bits at a time so you don't overdo it. Let someone take it off your plate. So I'm going to pause and get your Scrabble letters so we can spell out what can't be said and your charms on the board. And hopefully it'll be a seamless transition. So here's your charms and what you need to spell out what can't be said. And this is the things we say, if I, and then add any etc. after. If I give love to myself, I show up for myself. If I find what makes me smile, I share my smile. If I try something new, I allow myself to be curious. If I add value to my worth, myself, I become more valuable than pearls and diamonds. If I am thankful, I notice what surrounds and grounds me with my relationships. And the other word that I didn't see until it fell out of the bag, and I wanted to spell that out for y'all because I wish I would have seen this last night because it fits. Ice is able to fit whatever mold that you put it in. So whatever container that you wish to become, fill it up with water. Allow it to freeze, like with this cold moon for December. So that way it fits nicely and you don't fill the gaps, the things everyone says that you need to be filling up. Allow yourself to give yourself the container. Allow yourself to fill it up before the new year begins, so that way you may be able to fit this new you and it's more snug and comfortable to you. The charms. So we have this nail filer. Think of self-care, things that you can do that brings more balance, makes you feel more beautiful, because flowers are very beautiful. Things that make you more attractive to yourself. Attract yourself before you allow someone else to be attracted to you. That makes you more magnetic, a lot more magnetic. And this ring, I like talking about this ring because it's very significant. On the outside, it's very pretty and it's very green and beautiful. But rings can be symbolized as promises. And this is that promise that I keep hearing from this beginning that maybe you beat yourself up about. And don't allow the things that didn't happen weigh you down. Don't allow yourself to be imprisoned. And when you fill your mold up and you become something you desire to be, by the next time next year comes around, you may discover, now I need to break the mold. And I want to be something new. I want to be something different than the container that I'm currently carrying. And this is reminding you, if that's a promise you want to make to yourself, just make sure it doesn't make you feel unchanging when you don't see it happen overnight. It's something you have to build on. This ring, it came out in a previous reading. There's some symbols that came out in previous readings. So if you're coming from another reading that I have done previously, this may be a pile for you that has been echoing a similar scenario, a similar situation. If you allow others to take from your own cup, you will start losing the jewels that are around you, and you'll find yourself becoming dull, not as vibrant, and unfull, if that makes sense. Pearls, whatever used to irritate your shell, let you see that it was actually helping you. See what you were protecting within you. You may have been protecting this part of you that you didn't want to see get wounded. This part of you that wanted to protect this future you. And this shell was protecting you, and you didn't know what was growing within. But you have all these beautiful pearls, all these life lessons that you've had to pick up and learn from. You've learned some irritants, some boundaries that you placed allowed you to grow something even more beautiful. But it's through recognizing those cycles, those limitations, those energies that we allow to come in and around us, that we are able to take the irritants out and only allow what is emotionally fulfilling to us, that doesn't take from ourselves. This rose is an earring, and it talks about listening to more love, more beauty, allowing yourself to tell yourself things that you wish others would tell you. Rather than looking for an outside source, be the source that you need to fill that need. And I did place it next to this ring. You will also be able to discern when someone does not have their highest good intentions for you. You will see when others can't fulfill their promises constantly. And they may keep saying, oh, I'll do this, and I'll be more there for you. I'll start picking up the dishes. I'll start, and you're going to be able to call that out. This is a knife, and this is any kind of baggage, any kind of self-limiting beliefs, anything that prevents you from being your most authentic self will be released and cut when you release it to this moon. You can see more clearly. You trust your intuition. You have the Ace of Cups to let you go within and provide what you need. And your mind is letting you do so. The two things are not battling and fighting each other for their place within you. They're working in harmony with each other. And this is a locket. So your picture isn't on the inside because you express your mental and emotional needs effectively. And you make wise decisions, not from an unsteady shape. So unsteady shape, bringing back the bottle. If you had a smaller bottle and you try to pour everything that you wanted to happen to occur, it would just spill out and everything that you wanted would just fall away. Find the bottle that fits all the emotional support that you need. so that way you can carry it with you. And the last charm is this yin, and it's being choked. It's recognizing what is forcing you to keep going and going and going and lose the sense of flow. It's allowing you to be more feminine, more vulnerable, more accepting of yourself. It doesn't mean you need to be a woman. This is non-gender based. This is about allowing yourself to be more sensitive to your emotions, to not disregard your emotions. It's allowing your intuition to come in and let you know you've been putting your needs aside. You've been putting your hobbies, your creative passions aside. It's about creating, allowing yourself to trust that you can create. If you didn't think you could be a nurturing parent, this is saying to let that belief go so you can prove yourself wrong. Prove that you can be nurturing and a good parent and not repeat patterns and cycles. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick debrief. So if someone wanted to jump into a really quick reading, get the necessary information that they needed, they'd be able to get a quick debrief. And if they felt more inclined to do the full reading for this pile, then they can go back to the timestamp. So here is the debrief for pile 2. You're going to be releasing any kind of restriction around age, around love, around anything that will inhibit you from bringing more love to yourself. You will trust your intuition, so you may go and fulfill your emotional needs. You will listen to your needs and provide that need yourself without having to go to someone else. You are giving yourself more self-care than you've ever given yourself before. You are seeing all the past life cycles, all the individuals, all of these lessons around you that used to irritate. You're seeing there was something growing beautiful within you that has made you be even more beautiful outside. And you're not going to let others drink from your cup, because when they do, they take away your shine. You will let yourself be more in tune to your emotional needs, your intuition. You won't let someone come in and choke that part of you that is a need. You're going to cut any relationship or any limiting beliefs that are around you out, so you can balance the intuition and that emotional side, and your mind and heart have a place within you, and you will bring more gratitude into your world and see, by being more thankful and grateful for all life's lessons and those that are around you, you get abundance that is exponential. And you are going to be more prepared, more ready for a new version of yourself. You're going to find the container that you need in order to fill up what it is you were releasing, what it is you want to be bringing in, and it's not going to spill out. It's the container that you gave yourself. And that is the quick debrief. I encourage you watching the rest of the video because there was a lot of good information. So if you enjoyed this reading, like, share if you know anybody could benefit from this information. Comment in the comments below if there was some insights, if there is something that I can do to help make messages easier to understand, or anything I need to clear up on. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, because I love doing these type of videos. And without further ado, if you feel called to go to another pile, you are more than welcome to go to any pile, or if this was the message you got and that's all you needed, I hope you have a really good journey and you're able to release and get a gift in the present moment that will help you into the next year. I'm going to go ahead and pause and get ready for the next shift. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome. And if you're coming from another pile, welcome. I've seen a lot of similar energy, so you may be called to another pile after this reading. I encourage it. There was a lot of good information, a lot of good teachings that this moon is going to allow us to bring into the next year. So I encourage it. Let's go ahead and break the ice. So this card, Rainbow Aura Quartz, aura healing, magic, universal light, fused with titanium, the metal of power. Rainbow Aura Quartz is amplified with enhanced healing properties. This stone is able to heal human energy fields by infusing the aura with rainbow fields of light. Rainbow Aura Quartz is a wonderful companion for astral projection and out-of-body experiences. Joining you in the beyond while keeping your physical self anchored, colors have a healing quality in Rainbow Aura Quartz and are able to match the tone to your aura's energy field to repair and release blocks. Living your life in color with this crystal is a must. And I resonate with rainbows and colors. That's why you'll see my crystals in the background are from red to purple. And whenever I was doodling, I love rainbows. I love color. It allows me to channel my inner child because I used to love drawing rainbows as a child. And that may be something you enjoy doing. You love having more color around you. You may be this individual that doesn't want just one color theme in your house. You want each room to represent something within you. And before we can really start shouting to the moon, let's look about what we need to release to the moon. So here we have Father. And this doesn't mean throw your father at the moon. It doesn't mean give up your father. That's not what this is talking about. This is allowing you to release what doesn't strengthen you, what doesn't guide you, what doesn't protect you. It's what takes your authority away from you and makes you feel small. It's what breaks any foundational beliefs you have when someone comes in and says, that's not right. But instinctively, this was something that was instilled within you, and you've seen this is what the foundation needs to be in order to foster this protective energy. It's what leads you astray. It's what keeps you unchanging. It's the identity, what you wish to identify with. What role do you wish to have? What container do you wish to fill up and carry with you into this next year? So when you release this kind of energy, these kinds of limiting beliefs that don't guide you or serve your highest purpose, and if you are someone who has not been tapped into your intuition and you've been putting it off, this is the icebreaker that allows you to break that limiting belief so you can tap into your intuition and see what needs to make you more stable, what needs to make you more protected. And it lets you be able to trust the information that was meant for you and you only. And you don't take other people's ungood intentions and hold them as your own. You don't hold other people's emotions You don't hold other people's mindsets. You have your own identity. You have your own thoughts, your own personality. And this energy allows you to really stand in that belief. So, releasing, you hear the doorbell ring. What will you be opening? And we have the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, you don't have to have Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer energy. This is just allowing you to see the potential that you really have. You have the recipe to teach yourself how you wish to be treated and how others will be expected to treat you. Your father may have taught you to not settle for less than what you are worth. And if you were someone that settled for less, this gift is letting you see the queen that you actually are. And you don't need to be a female for this. This is showing you the king that you are. You are worthy of all good love energies. Anything that is benevolent, that is good for yourself. This is championship of self-care. This is championship over your intuition and trusting what you feel, that gut instinct. This is trusting what others have been telling you from a good place. This is emotional intelligence. This isn't an energy that drowns that part of yourself out. You know what you need to be drinking. You know who you should be surrounding yourself with. You know how to go within. And you know how to make emotional decisions for yourself that won't go overboard. By being a wise ear to your emotions, you don't cut that part of yourself off. And if you had dominating energy that was around you, that wouldn't let you feel, that wouldn't let you cry, that wouldn't let you just let your emotions come through so that way you can be in a more stable state, this is going to help you recognize those energies around you so you may send them off and not let them come a part of you. Because look at this shell that's around her. She's not going to let anyone come in and take that from her. She fills that shell. She is now looking for an even bigger shell. And this is a gift that is letting you see you're ready for something new. You are ready to take this new version of yourself. All you need is a bigger container. So that way it fits more nice. So that way you can continue growing even more. And then the next year after, you'll have a different shell, a different home, a different perspective of what you need to emotionally fulfill you. So accept your feelings and follow where your heart leads you, because it's not leading you astray. When you actually listen to your intuition and you allow yourself to be surrounded by all sorts of different colors that fulfill you, different partners, different people, relationships that fulfill you, that make the wheel of light, color more vibrant, you will be more whole. You will feel more full. Allowing yourself to be receptive to others' emotional needs, but not at the expense of giving your cup away. Because she's holding her own cup and she's kind of looking at these individuals that are looking at her cup and they're saying, but you have it in front of you. Why can't you just give it to me? Why are you unwilling to give me what I see that you have in your hand? She knows that is her only cup. And if they have taken everything in the background, imagine this being a vase or another cup, and the sky is becoming very dry. And she's letting them know, do you see where you are with me right now? Once you take this part, you don't get this part. And that is one of the biggest common themes that I have seen in all the other piles. It's about recognizing that you have two cups, one that is only for you and one that is reserved for giving to others. This queen is going to show others if they have a hole in their cup and it's pouring out, that's their problem that they need to fix. They have to be their own sustainable solution. They can't always come to her. And when you are opening this gift, you are also allowing yourself to bring your inner child in, not just the wounded, the one that is scared, the one that isn't as curious. This is the one that you are going to be protecting within your cup, because your inner child is in this cup and you're holding it, and you're not going to let anyone come in and mess with it. And you may be a father who seen what masculine energy that is poisonous. You've seen what happens when you allow that poison to come in your cup, because when you tried to drink it, it reminded you of what negative parenting looks like. And you're not going to allow anyone to pour that into your cup or tell you how you should be raising your child. And then you could be a mother that understands why it's important to protect your children. Let it come forth. Repressed emotions can subconsciously fuel many of our behaviors and interactions within the world. And so it is good to explore these when we can. Find a place that feels safe and begin by asking yourself if there is anything that needs to be spoken aloud and released. Observe what comes forth without judgment. Whatever you've been wanting to say, maybe to a parent, whatever, and if this parent is no longer here with you, whatever you wish you could have told them, whether it be from a place of love or a place of you held some resentment over that individual, use this moon and see what bubbled up. See what you've been having bubbling within and release that to the moon. You will discover something about yourself that you never even realized that you were holding. And by releasing that, you are no longer allowing it to have a place in your world. You allow it to pour out from behind you. So that way you can continue to go forward into the next year. And this is a gift. A version of you is tapping you on the shoulder and saying, hey, did you realize that this energy that you've been carrying in a previous time in your past life, or even in the current life you have, and it was something that occurred when you were younger, you've been holding on to it. And you haven't been able to see that you had all of this opportunity to fill this reserve, but you've been holding it, and it's like as soon as you fill up that reserve, people come in and take it, and it drains out. So let whatever is bubbling within you, any kind of judgment, don't judge yourself for feeling this certain way. And I'm also hearing whatever beliefs you had about emotional self-care. When someone outside says, I don't know why that's hard for you to deal with. I didn't let the death of someone affect me like you let death affect you. And if you had this fear of being able to cry in front of others, or when things become so stressful but you just keep bottling it up, Because maybe you had a parent around you that was like that didn't let their emotions come through, and they instilled that in with everyone around them, that they're not allowed to experience the emotions they feel, that they need to just accept the way they were being. And this is letting you recognize, no, I'm a queen, and I'm going to cry when I want to cry. I'm going to release what I shouldn't be holding. I'm not going to let someone take my cup, pour it out, and make me have to start all over again. Let whatever judgment, whatever beliefs, whatever's been bubbling, come through and release it. And the other gift, or the other things that will echo back, because this is an echo, this is something that has been repeating, and it's loud and you can't ignore it. So we have hawk, messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. If there are people around you that are being a distraction and preventing you from going within, the hawk is going to come in and let you know this is a distraction. Push it aside for the time being. You have a bright future ahead of you. Y'all had 3 different echoes. Dragonfly, magic. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. By releasing what you need to be releasing, you find out how blessed you are from all the experiences that you have experienced. And you see who fulfills you and who doesn't. What passion, what job, what career, hobbies, things that allow you to create, you will see what fulfills you and what doesn't. Let's go ahead and get into your scramble so we can see what needs to be spelled out that we can't actually say, and our charms. So let's see if this will be a transition that is seamless and go from there. Hopefully everything is on the board and I didn't drop anything. So let's go ahead and look at what you need to spell out but you can't say. Even I need to express my emotions. And when I seen these letters kind of next to each other, I seen a face, and it looks like somebody with puffy eyes, but they're smiling because they let it go. They let it come through. And now that they were able to release it, they feel a sense of happiness come in. And I also think of someone that can cry when they're happy. This is someone that can cry when they're angry. Their emotions, they cry. This is what I'm seeing for someone, not all. You just love to feel. Your feelings bring you life. And you would rather be able to express yourself, all parts of yourself, than to hide that part of yourself. And regardless of your gender, your feelings are valid and should be observed. Whether you're a man or a woman, you still have feelings and emotions. And you, especially if you are a man who feels like you can't cry because you've been told that that makes you weak, this is letting go that belief so you can cry and feel emotional. Emotions strengthen you, they don't weaken you. If you have puffy eyes, you're still beautiful. You're still a queen. I know when I cry, my eyes get so puffy and you can't even see them anymore. And it looks like I'm having an allergic reaction to my emotions. But you're still beautiful even when you cry. And you can cry when movies are sad, even though the situation may not be real. You are so empathetic that you feel for that character that was brought to life. And that's a healthy way to let those out. See a movie. If you have difficulty crying and getting that release out, go see a movie that will make you cry. One movie that will always make me cry is Bridge to Terabithia. It's this beautiful story, and then it gives you this unexpected ending, and it makes you cry for the characters. And my mom, when we all sat down and watched this as a family. It's one of the only videos or movies we have where we actually sat down as a family, and we all cried almost. It was horrible. We got up and went into different rooms so we can cry. And the charms. So this sun is, I can be warm without drying up. So back to this image, I can still be warm and emotional. The rope over here, I can pull myself out of any situation. Even if it's tough, even though these feelings are really, really big right now, if I know how much rope I need in order to get me out of this state of feeling, then I will be okay. Respect. I treat others and myself with respect, and I don't settle for less. If someone can't respect my needs, then I'm going to send them off. You don't need to be a Leo for this to make sense. You're proud and authentically present your more raw, authentic truths. Leo type energies, oftentimes you see they love being the center of attention, even when they need to release and let go. It's allowing yourself to express your emotions and honoring that need and just being raw and authentic. Because it's when you allow yourself to open up to others, especially your partner, you allow them to see all sorts of colors that you have within you. And they may even love it even more when you allow yourself to do this. The Colossio Roma says, I can break the walls I put up and face around me any challenge. I used to build these walls, these fences, anything to protect myself, is what this is saying. And now that I know how to protect myself with my own hands, I know who can take from me and who cannot. The walls are crumbling, and now I can walk confidently. I can allow myself to be in the light more authentically. And this moon shows that your shine is undeniable. It can't be ignored. This dragon bottle is a wish. It is what you are allowing to come forth. And this is the greatest opportunity to allow yourself to make any wishes that you wish to make now, so that way they may be amplified. This ring allows you to see what promises that you need to be keeping and which one stands out the most, because this is one message at a time, one promise at a time, building that one step at a time and seeing where you came from and where you need to be, where you want to go. The hook can be how I know to grow and honor my inner child, but not allow myself to be stuck in the past. Think of Peter Pan. Peter Pan is this immortal child. And Wendy grows up. She sees she can't always be a child. I can't always rely on those around me to fulfill my needs. I have to be that person for myself. And this is an owl. It's being connected to your intuition, not just your heart. And you can trust what your mind is telling you, just like you can trust your heart. You are emotionally intelligent. You see patterns. You see what happens if you don't meet your needs. And your intelligence allows you to communicate that with others. All right, pile 3, I got to go ahead and give a quick debriefing. You're more than welcome to participate in it, but this is for those that just want a quick heads up so that way they can get the quick info, and if they feel inclined to watch the entire video, then they will know that they should pay attention to the rest of the messages. So here's my debriefing for pile 3. You are going to be able to release anything that has been bubbling up within you and take one message, one promise, one step at a time. You're going to release any kind of gender-based beliefs around being able to express your emotions, whether you are a man or a woman. Your emotions do not make you weak. You will be able to give yourself more respect and respect to others who express themselves clearly. You will allow yourself to be more emotionally intelligent and set boundaries so you aren't constantly keeping this coliseum around you, and allow others to see that when they take from your reserves, when they reach the point and they get to hear that you are not going to give them the cup that you have in your hand, you are going to allow yourself to be more in tune with the messages that are around you, especially the ones that keep echoing and repeating themselves. You're going to allow what grounds you, makes you more stable, what allows you to have an identity and accept that it identity, if I don't stutter. You're not going to be afraid if you do stutter, because at least you are expressing yourself more authentically. You are allowing yourself to be more raw with others and to bring more positive light into your world. You will have the rope that you need to bring you out of any kind of emotional cycle that you may find yourself in. You will allow yourself to be more transformative, and you will recognize when your shell becomes too small around you. You are not going to make yourself smaller. You're going to find something else, a bigger container, so you may grow in it like a goldfish. A goldfish grows depending on the environment that it sets itself in. And if you feel called to go and listen to the rest of pile 3, I encourage it. Or if y'all feel like you want to go pick up on another pile, you are more than welcome to go to another pile. And if this is the pile that was for you and you're okay with just this message, I bid you farewell and good blessings. Thank you for listening and watching. And if you enjoyed this comment, please like, share. Sharing is caring. And if you know someone who could benefit from this information, please share it with them. And if you want to leave a comment, something that could help me make my videos a lot more seamless, a lot more easy to understand, or if there was some information you were unsure of, go ahead and comment in the box. I love being able to develop better quality information for y'all. But without further ado, guys, I truly do appreciate your time, and I hope y'all have really good holidays and a really good next year. And I hope you're able to stand your ground as this queen does, even as a king as well. So bye, guys.